What's going on, everybody? I'm the hair. This is not the beard. This is the fucking bro. This is
the hair and the bro.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How's your new year?
Good, man. Just, actually I was like an old man this year, bro.
Yeah.
Me and my girl once had an early dinner. Then we came over here. We came with my, hang out with my parents. We fucking just, see the ball drop.
Yeah.
Watched fucking, what's that Denzel movie called? The newest one.
Equalizer?
Equalizer Part 2. Yeah, it's fucking badass.
Yeah. Hella action.
Yeah, hella action. I think the first one was slightly better. I don't know if you've seen any of them.
I haven't seen the second one.
Okay, so first one, obviously, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's basically 2 hours of Denzel being a badass, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good,
that's a
good review of it. 2's more of the same, just other shit, but it's good in its own ways. What do you think about Equalizer?
It's just fucking bad, man.
It's fucking sick, right?
I mean, Denzel, I think he's a fucking great actor, but...
There's this one scene in the second one, I won't ruin it. It's so intense, like the way he fucking... Whatever he does, I'm like, God, this motherfucker's a beast. And he's older already, too.
Yeah, he's up there in age, man, but...
We'll get off Denzel's dick for a little bit. How was your fucking New Year's?
Shit was cool, man. I mean, we just stayed home, had some family over.
Yeah.
Got a few drinks in, played some cards. I mean... Pretty chill.
Pretty chill. That's the way it should be, man, because you know how it is. You get, motherfuckers shooting guns nonstop and
man,
people
crazy.
Driving. Dude, me and my girl were driving, like, I think it was like 9 p.m. We're driving back. And, dude, motherfuckers were swerving, bro. At that time.
Already?
Dude, so we started going like 55. I'm like, we're not going to risk this shit. But there's a motherfucker right next to us. He was going in 3 lanes, and I was like, God, dude, it's 9 o'clock, bro. Time to start drinking, but...
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's besides the fact.
Gotta get these guys off the streets, man.
For sure. Glad to have you on again, man.
Yep.
We'll get into it. We had a big UFC event this weekend.
Huge UFC.
UFC 232.
Yep.
We'll start with John Jones. He prevailed, like a lot of us thought.
Yep.
I wouldn't say it was his best performance, but, I mean, he still... outclasses everybody even when he's not at his best. What'd you think of the fight?
Well, I mean, you pretty much alluded to it, man. I mean, John Jones probably wasn't the sharpest. He hasn't fought in a year and a half, I think it was.
He's a little bit rusty, right? I'm sure he was a little bit rusty.
Yeah, a little rusty. So, I mean, he's still getting back into the groove of things. So, and Gustafson's he's a pretty formidable opponent. So, I mean, let's give him that.
He's a beast, bro. He's still a beast. He's gonna get. I think he's still gonna get good. He's gonna beat motherfuckers still. You know what I mean?
I think he's the distant second to John Jones in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, I mean, and I think even at his absolute best, Gustafsson, I don't think will ever beat John Jones, bro. That's we're just being honest, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then I would love to be second at that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being second, but John Jones is he's just so fucking elite, bro. And it shows too because he has brothers in the NFL and fucking that bloodline is fucking they're athletes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you put like a super athlete in MMA, you definitely see the difference because there's some guys that in MMA that they might not be able to play other sports. I don't want to shit on anybody too hard, but we'll talk about Roy Nelson. I mean, he's not gonna be your all-star receiver, fullback. He might be on the line if anything, but even some of those linemen are pretty athletic. You know what I mean? But yeah, John Jones, he can probably play a few sports, bro. That's the fucking difference. But yeah, man, it was good for him. You had brought up to me a little bit ago that he wants to fight 3 times this year. That was news to me.
3 times.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's a lot. I mean, I was saying one of those fights is gonna have to be DC. I think whether John Jones moves up to heavyweight to fight him, or if DC comes back down to light heavyweight, which is kind of hard for him to do, man. I mean, I think Cormier. I mean, he's
a big guy, right?
He's a big guy.
He's a big
He's
dude.
Probably comfortable not having to cut before fights and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
You bring up a good point because we just talked about this too off air. Probably should have just saved it for now, but technically, even though DC calls himself champ, he's technically just the heavyweight champ right now. Comfortable, like you said, at that weight. That's where he's, he doesn't have to cut. we were just talking about, I'm roughly a $190, 195. I'm nowhere near DC size. I'm like, how the fuck is he 15, 10 pounds away from me? There's no way. I don't know how the fuck he made 205. I know there was that little towel gate thing that he did. I don't know, but I really can't see him going back down, bro. He looks happy. I'm sure he's healthy. He hits harder at that weight. And John Jones, after that fight, he looked like he made it real clear that he's not going to fucking heavyweight. He was like, yeah, you come back down here. Again, I don't want to shit. I'm not gonna shit on John Jones. To me, he's the best of all time. And that's including like Silva and those dudes too. He just, the caliber of athlete he is to me is just crazy. But it really seemed like he wasn't really trying to humor the heavyweight move. And I don't know if you got the same gist that I got.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, like, we talked about this again off air. We were saying, John Jones walks around, 220, 230 maybe.
Yeah, not cutting.
And that's and DC, I don't know what do you say he walks around at 240, 250 maybe.
Probably. And fuck is happy about it.
He's happy about it. Yeah. And he's a wrestler, so I mean, if he gets John Jones on the ground, for John Jones to get that much weight off him, that's pretty difficult. No,
for sure. And fucking, if you're DC, don't you think being that heavy all the time, all his 205 fights, he must have been somewhat depleted, right? Yeah. He had to have been. There's just no way that he wasn't. Yeah. Even though you get a day to get some weight back up, you're still no way the exact same person you were when you were fucking just your regular, happy, healthy, quote-unquote self. So, I don't know. To me, I was telling you too, I don't know who the fuck he fights at light heavyweight. I'm talking about John Jones. You throw Gustafsson at him again? I don't know. Probably not, right? But who the fuck else does he fight at 205 if you're not, if DC doesn't come back down?
That's tough, man. I mean, a year ago or whenever it was that Rumble retired, you could have said Rumble, man.
That would have been a fun fight. That would have been such a fucking fun fight.
But unfortunately, we never got to see that. John Jones and
probably never will, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
He's on all the steroids in the world right now. Have you seen him lately on Instagram?
No.
He's fucking enormous, bro. Yeah. He's fucking enormous. It's crazy. But that's topic for another day. But honestly, dude, to be honest, I have no idea who the fuck he fights at light heavyweight right now. I think Gustafsson was a good... He can sell it because that was such a close fight, the first one.
Yeah.
Right now, I think everybody thinks what we think. Oh, he's just going to dust anybody at 205.
Yeah.
And maybe Dana White fucking pushes him for heavyweight. Then you can talk about DC, of course. But I don't think DC comes back down at all. I think he's like, fuck that, I'm heavyweight. This is where I fucking stay.
Oh, you know what? Here's another point to consider. Cain Velasquez is coming back. Cain Velasquez is coming back. If Cain Velasquez beats Francis Ngannou, I think he's up there in the conversation for a title fight.
Definitely, right? But I know him and DC are real tight, right?
Yep.
And I don't know if they'll ever fight though.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. They probably won't fight, but is DC going to be comfortable like vacating his heavyweight belt just because Cain?
Because they're buddies. Right. I saw I don't know what interview it was, but DC was basically saying, I'm holding this heavyweight title for Cain. So that tells you how close those motherfuckers are, which is cool.
That's cool, man.
That's super cool. Yeah. But he was like comfortable with himself, and that's crazy. Those guys have egos, even if they say they don't. You gotta have an ego if you're a fucking fighter. You know what I mean? And he was just like, this belt's is this waiting for Cain? It's like, I'm gonna retire pretty soon, and he was comfortable. I think he's just satisfied with what he's done in his career. It's a big accomplishment being a double champ and all that.
I think Cormier, before he ends his career, wants to beat John Jones.
Oh, of course. That's going to eat him alive forever, I think.
So.
Yeah, that'll eat him alive forever. Now, the thing is, would you ever say Cain tries to make 205? Because I've heard that talk a little bit, too. Just a little bit.
That would be... I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That would be pretty insane. Yeah. I mean, for him to go down to 205 and he fights John Jones there, and
he's not a big heavyweight.
He's not. He's like
kind of 230, 220, and he's a little pudgy too. Let's not lie. Yeah. He could lose a little bit of weight. So, the only concern I have, and I don't want to be that prick, because I know Cain would fuck fuck us both up at the same time.
Yeah.
But he has a big ass dome. He has a huge ass dome. So I think if he cut more weight down, he would be an easy hit. He's target on the head at least.
Yeah.
But he's such a phenomenal boxer. I have a big head too, so I'm not trying to shit on him too hard. But I'm saying I think it would be he's thick for a reason. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I think he could probably do work in 205, but he has a big dome on him too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's some surface area for John Jones.
Yeah. No, for sure,
yeah.
dude. He throws ridiculous elbows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think I'm done shitting on everybody, so we'll move on to
right,
Amanda and Cyborg.
Man, that was crazy, right? I mean, we both said Cyborg was a safe bet, right?
We did say that. You're 100% correct about that. I don't even have words for it, dude. I was telling you again off air. We had a lot of good talk off air, bro. But I was telling you that it was one of the funnest fights I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and it was only a minute.
Yeah, it was a minute of just slobber knocker, fucking JR from WWE. Oh my god!
It killed her! It killed her!
Yeah, that's what it was, dude. And we had a couple people over, and just everybody was people that aren't even into MMA were like,
"Oh shit!
What the fuck?" I swear, bro, I almost knocked out my girl twice. When Amanda dropped her the second time, I was like throwing it with her, dude. And she was covering. I was like, fuck. And then I never in my life thought I would see Cyborg get fucking flatlined, bro.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Gave me chills, bro. That was
crazy. She knocked her down like 3-4 times.
I think the fourth one was the flatliner.
Yeah.
Maybe the third, I'm not 100% sure, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
They literally it was no fucking jiu-jitsu at all. It was straight up, let's throw blows, let's fucking do it. What'd you think about the fucking fight?
Well, you said it, man. It was fun, man.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was limited. I mean, this is some quality over quantity, man. I'd rather see a minute of
ridiculousness, right?
Yeah. Action.
Than,
5 rounds of wrestling. But that was crazy, man. That was crazy. What it reminded me of when she started landing those punches was when she did that to Ronda.
Fucked Ronda up too. She signed her WWE.
And I think she might have, and she probably fucked up Cyborg harder than she did Rousey.
Well, she did because the ref protected Ronda because Ronda was still on her feet, but she was. I mean, she was hitting her and Ronda was bouncing off the cage and shit. Yeah. She just. The ref did help. The ref he fucking saved her for sure.
Shots.
Oh, for sure, because she didn't know where the fuck she was, bro. Yeah. She had no idea where she was. But Cyborg, man, I mean, and Cyborg landed a few shots. I don't know if you. Yeah, she landed a few shots. So Amanda, when they were side by side. Well, first when they're walking up, I'm like, fuck, dude. Cyborg's cut, buff. She looks like us, kind of, you know what I mean? And we're not trying to... Again, we've been shitting on people pretty hard this first couple minutes, but we'll keep it at a minimum. And then Amanda comes out, we're like, oh, she's thick too, but she's a little softer for sure.
So,
But when they are side by side, Amanda looks a lot thicker than Cyborg to me.
Yeah.
She just looked thicker overall. I was like, fuck. And I don't know, it showed, bro. She fucking throws some heavy haymakers.
Heavy hands.
Yeah.
So now, yesterday last week we were talking about Cyborg, being the greatest of all time. Now it's Amanda, right?
Oh, hands down, bro.
Yeah.
Hands down. I mean, I'm riding that fucking train right now. That success train because the hype train for sure. Yeah, you got the words.
It's not just hype. It's
the real deal.
It's the real deal, definitely.
I mean, so you beat the quote unquote probably most famous woman fighter of all time.
I will call her this. She's a pioneer.
Yeah,
she's a pioneer. Ronda. We're talking about Ronda.
Yeah,
and Cyborg was prior to last weekend the GOAT.
Yeah, definitely by a lot of people.
Yeah,
probably 9 out of 10 people. Probably 10 out of 10 people considered the best woman fighter ever, right?
Yeah.
And I mean,
she was destroyed.
She fucking starched her, bro.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and I've seen a couple reports here and there. What do you do now? So Amanda's double champ. Cyborg, this is her first time she's ever been knocked out. One of very few losses she's ever had. I think this is barely her third or second loss. her earlier ones were very early in her career.
Yeah.
Would you say she deserves an immediate rematch? I know it was a very fast, decidedly unanimous win, but do you think she deserves an immediate rematch?
I would say so.
Because of her legacy, right?
I would say because of the legacy, for two things. The legacy, and I don't know that anybody else really is in line for a title shot at featherweight.
I'll be honest, I don't think any woman wants to fight Amanda right now, bro.
Except one, Shevchenko.
Well, see, and that's a whole different discussion right there. The only thing with Shevchenko is I think she's a little bit small for her. I think she's Shevchenko's she's muscular.
Yeah.
But I think Amanda's just bigger than her overall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. It would be fun too. I think they need to build up Shevchenko a little bit more because she is known to the average MMA audience, but I think it's more like, oh yeah, I seen her fight before. Yeah. I don't think she's that known yet for that big super fight yet. I'm just using my WWE mindset of marketing and shit because that's essentially what everybody else is doing now. And you bring up a great point. What do you think Amanda does? She just waits for the Cyborg rematch, or she just does super fights now? Because she's in an elite class right now. You could definitely say that.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody knocking on her door trying to fight her right now either.
Yeah. Well, the super fight route, I don't know that there's any fight bigger than her past, 2 to 3 fights she had. The Ronda fight, and then obviously the Cyborg fight.
See, well, when I'm sorry to cut you off, when I say super fight, I'm talking about her versus CM Punk, her versus TJ Dillashaw.
Okay.
All right, no, all right, we'll cut that out. But fucking no, yeah, you bring up good points for sure. The only thing, like I said, is I don't see anybody challenging her. I think probably the only thing you could think of is the immediate rematch. Yeah. And I know some people said, oh, well, she got starched. Why did she get an immediate rematch? The legacy thing to me is the biggest point. She starched everybody before this.
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe she goes into the next fight not crazy, you know what I mean? More subtle, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And people don't want to hear that. They don't want to see that even because the first one was so fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see that. That should be super fun for sure.
You can't go back for the rematch if you're Cyborg and try to do the same thing. You saw it happen with Garbrandt.
Yeah.
And Dillashaw.
Same shit. It was the same fight.
Over, it was. It really was. And those guys were just throwing it, man.
Dude, for that fight especially, I was like, was this the DVR that I could have swore?
It was identical.
Yeah, really he dropped him, then he knocked him out. It was the same shit. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, dude, I mean, we couldn't have said better myself. This is why I like having you on, because you have a lot of good insight from all the other fucking angles. We talked about DC. Boxing, I'm not sure what the fuck's going on, but I know it's still a sport right now, for sure. I know for a fact it's still going on. WWE, again, was real slow this week. The only thing that really happened is John Cena returned. He actually got, I guess they're called hair implants.
Okay.
Or hair plugs. Yeah. Hair plugs is what he got. He has hair like mine right now, bro. He has like a lot of hair right now. Yeah. It's crazy. And it's really long on the sides too. He looks like oh fuck, like one of those little, I forgot what they're called, but they're super old toys that they have a shitload of hair. They look like little trolls, kind of.
I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He looked like that. It was just buff, obviously.
Yeah.
He had a little segment with Becky Lynch, so they had a little back and forth talkative battle. Also, too, Mean Gene Okerlund, he was a announcer a long time ago, way before our time. But of course, if you're a fan, you know who he is. He passed away, I think, yesterday, age 76.
Yeah.
So rest in peace. Rest in peace to him. Yeah. But that wraps up the fighting sesh. Great input on it. We'll get into the NFL Week 17 review and the playoffs preview. Thanks to you for writing that shit down, because I slipped a little bit on it. We'll get a little bit to the review that I'll bring up real quick. We'll go through this real quick because Week 17 for a lot of teams didn't really matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just basically what it was. Let's fucking bring it up real quick. So Bills Dolphins was a fucking blowout. No one didn't mean anything for anybody.
Nothing to play for either.
Yeah, actually we'll go 1-1. So I did that one. You can do Lions Packers.
Okay, so Lions Packers. I think
same shit, huh?
Yeah, it was the same shit. It was a pride game. I think it Aaron Rodgers actually went down in that game, so the Lions ended up.
Did he get hurt that game?
Yeah, I think
no
he got concussed, I believe. He got a concussion, so
fuck.
So that's why you see the score. You see the Lions.
Yeah, 31-0.
They went to Lambeau and gave it to him.
Yeah. Next one was Jets Patriots. We kind of knew what the fuck would happen. And 38-3 Patriots playoff team, obviously. Jets.
Yeah.
Not there yet, of course.
Yeah. All right, so we got Panthers Saints. Carolina. They went into New Orleans. New Orleans didn't really have anything to play for. They already got the 1 seed.
It was all second and third stringers,
up.
right?
Yep. So actually, Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, from the Vikings.
Yeah, he broke his leg. I think maybe a couple years ago, and so there was a possibility of him not playing anymore. Yeah, it was maybe a career ending.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he got his first snap, I believe, his first snaps with the Saints.
I didn't even know he was with them. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. He. So I mean, that was pretty nice touch there.
Hey, good for that. But Panthers win, right?
Yeah.
Next one was Jaguars Texans. Texans are in. Jaguars are not.
Nothing to play for.
Nothing to play for. Nothing to talk about. Even Texans win.
Yep. Cowboys actually came back on the Giants. Giants had a pretty decent lead. I'm not sure why the Cowboys play their starters, but they already had the 4 seed locked up.
Cowboys minus Zeke though, right? That's who they played. They didn't. I don't think
Zeke didn't play. So it was Cowboys minus Zeke. But even still, Cowboys had a amount to come back to beat the Giants in that one.
Yeah.
So that was a 36-35.
Yeah, and I think they won it with the 2-point conversion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting. Shout out Dallas. Next one, Falcons Buccaneers. Another real close game. Fucking Falcons came at the end. They won it at 34-32. Non-playoff teams, just a pride game, respect, handshake games. All it was. Here, I'll do this. I'll do this one. This one was Raiders Chiefs. This was Chiefs needed to win so they can lock up the. I think it was number 1 seed, right, for the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, they took care of business, beat the shit out of us. It wasn't even our first 4 possessions were turnovers, bro. It was so sad. So we lost, got our ass kicked. It is what it is. Congrats, Chiefs. Next game, Cardinals Seahawks.
The Cardinals Seahawks. Believe Seahawks. They already had the 5 seed locked up. So just rest of the starters. They're going up against rebuilding. To put it nicely, Cardinals team.
Very nicely, yeah.
So it was 27-24 Seahawks.
Yeah.
Next game.
You could do this one too, yeah.
So it was Rams-Niners. Rams came out on top 48-32. Score is not indicative of how distant that game was. Rams dominated.
You got any words for the Niner fans?
I mean, you guys got hit by injuries. I'll be truthful. I won't talk shit. You guys got hit by injuries, so better luck next year. Yeah,
he told me to fuck off air, but next one's Chargers Broncos. Chargers needed to win 2 in this one, but they also needed the Chiefs to lose, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
The Chargers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The Chargers, they needed to win this, but they needed the Chiefs to lose.
To get the 1 seed.
But Chiefs, obviously, they won.
Yeah.
Chargers, they took care of business themselves to beat the Broncos. Broncos, not a playoff team either, or not a playoff team themselves. Chargers move on, they're in the playoffs. They're a wild card team.
So, next game is Bears-Vikings. Both teams, this is actually one of the rare games where both teams had something to play for. Bears were playing for that. Actually, they were trying to get the 2 seed.
Yep.
And the Vikings were trying to get in. So Bears took care of business 24-10. Vikings are out of the playoffs. Eagles are in.
Yep, good luck next year. What's their chant? Skull or skull?
Skull,
yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but
I don't know what it means.
I know it's a little chant, yeah. Next one's Browns Ravens. That was actually a fun game. The Steelers, as a matter of fact, were watching this game. I won't ruin it. Yeah, they were watching on Jumbotron, hoping for the Browns to win. Browns had their chances for sure. Yeah. They were 4th and something, and Baker threw a pick, and that's all it was. Ravens win 26-24, took care of business. They're moving on in the playoffs.
Eagles playing the Redskins, blanked them 24-0. Redskins have nothing to play for. Eagles.
No respect. They have no respect for themselves.
No respect for themselves, no respect for the city. No respect
for the fans.
None of that.
That was pretty good. And they get starts. Next one's Bengals Steelers, just talked about it.
Yeah.
Steelers needed this win, plus a Ravens loss to move on in the playoffs. They took care of business. They won. The hearts were broken though. It didn't happen. They Ravens ended up beating the fucking the Browns.
Yep. So last game of the week was Sunday night, Colts Titans. Titans were going without Marcus Mariota, so they really didn't have much of a chance. Had to start Blaine Gabbert, who, if you're a Niner fan, you know who he is. So
Jags fan too, they know.
Yeah, Jags fans know.
So Titans basically said, "Hey, bro, you go to the playoffs this year. we'll try next year."
What they said, man. Yeah, because Blaine Gabbert is terrible.
Yeah.
33-17 Colts are
Andrew Luck
playoffs.
There we go. Awesome recap. We should fucking do that every time. I like how that was smooth and
good
shit.
Flow, yeah.
It was. Only took us like 40 weeks, but fuck it. Wild card previews coming up. Wild card weekend, real exciting. First game, it's gonna be Colts Texans. God, I think that's gonna be a good game. It's in Texas too. I like Andrew Luck, but I really like Deshaun Watson too.
Yeah,
it's a real close one for me. I might say Luck. I might say the Colts just because I think Andrew Luck's having a resurgence type year.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think they're a divisional opponent, so they're played twice. I think they split them.
Yep.
Colts actually went into Houston and beat them there. But man, you said it. You know, Texans are a good team. Colts are a good team. I'll give the nod to the Colts again because of Andrew Luck.
I'm still laughing about that comment. No respect for themselves, for their city.
I would say no respect for the president.
No respect for Trump. That's fucking funny. All right, so who do you got again?
I got the Colts.
Colts, yeah. Fuck
Luck.
it.
Yep.
This is another one that I think is going to be kind of tight too.
Awesome.
Seahawks Cowboys. But I'm telling you earlier, I think Dallas is going to win it just because it's in Dallas. I think everything's going to go Dallas' way this game just because Jerry Jones, refs, Dallas, the state of Texas. I just think that's going to happen. What do you think? Who do you got going in that game?
I'm going to say the Seahawks. This one I'm basing it just because Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and he's a motherfucker too.
Yeah, he's a hard... That's a difficult win in January, man.
Oh, 100%. But we'll see what the fuck. Next one's Chargers-Ravens. That's going to be a good game, too, I think. But to me, the Chargers have the overall better roster.
Yeah, they do.
It's in Baltimore, though.
I think what the Ravens have is, obviously, they have a stout defense.
Yep.
They have a stout defense, and their offense is really more based on... deception with what they got with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, definitely.
He's more of he's not really a pocket passer. So I think, they already played once this year and the Ravens beat them in LA. I think the Chargers return the favor and they beat them in Baltimore.
I agree. I think even though it's in Baltimore, I think this is going to be the Chargers. If they're going to ever win a Super Bowl, I think it'll be this year.
Yeah.
Because Phillip Rivers is getting older. They actually have a good defense this year with obviously good offense. To me, I'm not saying they're going to win it, but if they ever are, this is the year to do it.
They have a really good roster.
They do.
Very well rounded.
Yep.
So I can see them making a run.
And I think you're going to see what you saw versus that last Chiefs game. They're going to take chances, bro, because they know Phillip Rivers, he's not going to be playing forever. You know what I mean? They're going to go for it on fourth downs. They're going to go for the 2-point conversions. I see him winning this game, too, and just fucking let's try to win the Super Bowl. Last game is going to be Eagles-Bears. Fuck, dude. I want Khalil Mack and then to move on. It's in Chicago too. But that Nick Foles fucking train is just like, man, is it happening again? Is this gonna fucking happen again? I don't know. On paper, I feel like Bears should win handily. I don't know though. I'm not sure. What do you think?
I think the Bears are gonna win. Obviously, I think the Nick Foles thing. I hope we get put to bed this weekend. Yeah.
You don't think any Foles magic might happen this time?
Not enough to get them out of
the victory. You think he gets a reality check against the Chicago defense?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. For sure. My safe bet, even though I was talking shit, I think is Bears too. It's in Chicago too. I see. They're a good team. They're overall a real good team, especially in Chicago too. They seem to take care of business over there. Should be good. Great preview though. Next week, of course, your Rams play. You guys will play the highest remaining seed, right?
So if my predictions are correct, the Bears win. We got the Bears in LA.
Which should be a fucking crazy game because the first one, I mean,
they had us in Chicago.
They did, but playoffs are different though, 100%, and it'll be in Los Angeles too.
That's a huge difference, man.
Humongous difference.
I mean, in Chicago, they're playing in. I don't know what the weather was, but I'm gonna say probably 30 degrees.
100%, and bro, we're California boys, dude. We're not.
Yeah. And our quarterback Jared Goff, he's a California boy too. Mm-hmm. So I mean, for him playing in Chicago, that's kind of
it's crazy, dude. We started tripping out when it's like 69 degrees. We're like, oh shit, is there a blizzard coming? What the fuck's going on? Yeah, anything below 70, we start tripping out. So I think it'll be different too in Los Angeles, 100%. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens next week. We'll move on a little bit to the NBA. Currently, right now, we have Raptors Spurs, of course. Oh my God, San Antonio's destroying them.
At the score, dude.
Me either, dude. We're actually working today. We're doing our fucking. We're not getting distracted. Kawhi's comeback to San Antonio. We saw how the scoreboard guy, when they were introducing him, they put "Thank you, Danny" and Kawhi, and we were talking about that wasn't a coincidence. That was on purpose. They want to put Danny.
At Kawhi.
Yeah, they want to put Danny first.
Yeah.
We also saw Danny Green go hug Popovich, former coach. Didn't see Kawhi do that. We won't see Kawhi do that.
It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. So Spurs look like they might take this victory. Now, real quick, we were talking about this off air too for a while. Are we ever gonna see what the fuck actually happened
with the Kawhi Spur Greg Popovich drama?
And the answer is, I really hope so. I really hope so. And to us, we were talking about, we probably might. I mean, the honest answer, we might not see it till the end of Kawhi's tenure, his career, or Popovich does like a tell-all fucking story. Yeah. But those might not happen though. We might have to wait literally till Kawhi's fucking career's done.
Just because they're both really tight-lipped guys. And and the Spurs organization is too. I think maybe if it comes out, it might come out from a third source, like a third party type of person, like somebody that was in the situation, maybe Danny Green or one of these other guys, LaMarcus Aldridge or something.
And I hope that happens too. I really hope that happens because I want to know what the fuck happened. Of course, you want to know what happened too.
Definitely.
We'll pay hard, good earned money to see that shit. We have a couple other games coming on too. Rockets Warriors is gonna happen. Kings Nuggets too. Nuggets just still holding on to that number one seed in the West. Warriors are right there though. Everybody in the West is a half game away basically. Yep. LeBron had an interesting comment earlier this week.
That's a good take.
I don't know if you want to go ahead and.
Okay, so LeBron said, courtesy of his when they came back on the 73-9 Warriors a couple of years ago in the finals, he's saying courtesy of that victory, he is the greatest of all time.
Yes, that's what he said. He's taking a lot of heat for sure from it.
Yeah.
Started a whole. I mean that debate never ends. I feel like it dies down sometimes, but then when it's minutely brought up, the whole fucking world goes crazy again, and everybody's arguing this shit all over again. You hear Stephen A. yelling on First Take, and you hear fucking Skip Bayless talking shit, and fucking what's his name? His Skip Bayless partner,
Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp just fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
Skills. all that shit he does. But what do you think of those comments from Mr. LeBron James?
Honestly, I wasn't around to see Michael Jordan in his prime. I can't say, remember what Michael Jordan did to 91 Celtics or whatever. I wasn't around to see that.
Yeah.
LeBron is the best that I've seen.
100%.
In my eyes, I mean, I can say, for me, I would say he is the greatest of all time just because he's the greatest I've seen.
Basically, I think if you're like 30 or 29 and under, you're going to say LeBron. If you're like 31 and older, you're going to be like, fuck you talking about? It's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say about it without starting a bunch of fucking heat from our friends and shit that are going to be talking shit, I think LeBron definitely played against more athletes than Jordan did. Yeah. Right now, everybody's way more athletic than motherfuckers than when Jordan... I mean, Jordan still played against some motherfuckers too, but there was nowhere near the athleticism back then than today. You see it, everybody, they're like kind of lethargic and shit. Mm-hmm. Everybody's an athlete right now in the NBA, pretty much.
And you see it too with it's almost become almost like positionless basketball.
It
like
is.
You see bigs guarding guards, and you see bigs, extending their game to the perimeter. It's crazy, man.
And why is that? Because everybody's athletic. You know what I mean?
Athletic,
everybody's athletic. It's not like it was before.
Yeah, it's not. You don't have your Patrick Ewings and Hakeem Olajuwons that you're building around.
You know another take too, and I don't want to fucking be starting too much shit, but a lot of those guys I don't think would be doing shit in this level because it's just so fast right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's fast, athletic, thinner, I guess, and just the fast twitch muscles are just crazy right now.
I think offensively they would dominate inside because who's going to stop him? I mean, you throw Shaq down there and you have Draymond guarding him, he's going to destroy him. But defensively, I think it'd be a struggle for them just because for them to step out to the perimeter, I mean, they're going to get beat.
I think just running back and forth down the court, everybody has scored so much more that it's grown to like 20, 30 points. It's they weren't be used to running back and forth like that.
Yeah.
But we'll stop hating on the old folks. We'll go ahead and keep going. Let's see. So Anthony Davis, I keep hearing a lot of reports that the Pelicans fucked up with him and that he's for sure gone at the end of this year. So being that is, and he bought a house in LA too.
Yeah.
And LeBron, he admittedly tampered already too. He basically said, "I tampered." Now what?
Yeah.
So, what do you do if you're the Pelicans, though? This to me is interesting. Do you trade him this year? Which is, if you would have said this last year, you would have been like, "This is crazy. You're going to trade Anthony Davis." But now I feel like it's more of a plausible answer to talk about.
I think. I mean, if you're the Pelicans and if you really think Anthony Davis is going to be gone at the end of the year, why not trade him?
Trade him.
I mean, the Kings did it with.
Dude, you're hurting me, bro. You're killing me.
Did it with
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah,
we did.
And I mean, not to say it was a fair return, but you guys got something out of it. It's not you.
We got Buddy Hield.
Empty-handed,
Buddy Hield, and then the Aaron Fox pick.
Yeah.
So it's worked out for now, but I mean, Cousins at that point was dominating the centers in the NBA for sure.
Yeah.
So. I mean, fuck, Anthony Davis is just so young, though. You know what I mean? He's so young. And I mean, so is Cousins. But Davis, you could say, is a little more athletic than Cousins, for sure. Mm-hmm. And he's definitely he might have not even hit his prime yet, which is fucking crazy. But
crazy to think, but...
So, I mean, I guess I'd have to side with you, too, and say, fuck, dude. I mean, if you're not going to win a title, if he's not going to stay, then might as well use the capital and try to get a couple first-round picks, try to get a star player in return. Who do you think would take it right now? Do you see Los Angeles even trying to do that trade right now?
I could see it. I can see them, building probably a package around, Brandon Ingram. And,
I was just gonna say that too.
Probably Brandon Ingram and maybe like
Josh Hart. Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe throw in some draft picks.
Josh Hart's a good role player. He gets hot in the threes too.
Yeah.
I think if you were feeling real frisky, throw Lonzo in there too, just because to me, he's gotten a lot better. I think Lonzo's been playing a lot better, but to get Anthony Davis to play with LeBron James right now while you guys are doing real good, that's fucking crazy. Or you can be patient, wait till next year, but I don't know. It's a tough decision. Cause do you know when the trade deadline is or not? Or you're not sure?
I want to say it's around the break.
Oh, okay, the All-Star break.
Yeah.
That's when Cousins got traded.
Yeah.
While he was in New Orleans at the fucking All-Star game.
Yeah.
It's hella fucked up. But, it's interesting. Another thing that happened was the Grizzlies had a heart-to-heart meeting, and two former Kings, Omar Caspi and Garrett Temple, who are currently on the fucking Grizzlies, had a physical altercation. I guess there was, dudes crying and shit and putting their heart out. Yeah, putting their heart out saying, "We got this. We're a brotherhood." And I don't know what sparked it, but these fools were basically like, "Fuck off! No, you fuck off! All right, let's get it going." And then you had what's his name, Gasol crying, and other motherfuckers were just but supposedly motherfuckers were pouring their heart out because it was a team meeting because they had lost I think the last 10 out of the last 13 games, and they're even still fighting for a spot. They were doing good in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I remember that.
I like Garrett Temple. He did good things for us. Omar Caspi, he had his days too, but not sure what the fuck sparked it. They were teammates in Sacramento. They're teammates here again. Maybe just familiarity. If you're just so close to somebody, you can get on each other's skin. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That can be it too. But I don't know. Crazy times in
Memphis.
In Memphis, 100%. As far as current events, the thing I do have is that Kanye West went on Rogan's podcast. Kanye tweeted it. Rogan posted it on Instagram. It's not released yet, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck to think. I think it's going to be the most watched one ever, right? I think it has to be.
Definitely. So, do you think it's going to be a big shit show, or?
I don't know, because the thing though I do like is Rogan, he'll call people out for sure. I mean, he obviously knows how to fight and do all that shit. Not saying that he'll start shit, but what I'm saying is Kanye's acted a fool with a lot of people on talk shows. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure he'll do that with Rogan, just because Rogan's a different kind of dude. It's in Rogan's sanctuary. He has it out in the outskirts of LA, fucking bow hunting and guns and a bunch of shit that he has in there. I think it'll be interesting. I think he'll probably have a lot to say too. Yeah. It might get a little bit weird, 100%. I don't know. What do you think's gonna happen in that? What do you?
I don't know. I feel like just Kanye, like you said, man, he's been saying some really outlandish things in the past, year and a half.
He has.
It's been.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch or to listen to that podcast.
I hope if he does act a little too crazy, that Rogan checks him a little bit. The only thing though is it was obviously positive because he tweeted it and then Rogan posted it, so it couldn't have been too bad if they both are advertising it. Now I'm sure if it's not out yet, because usually when he posts it, it's out that day. Mm-hmm. There's probably a lot of editing going on right now. Yeah. A lot of editing. And this one wasn't live. Rogan usually does live podcasts too. Yeah. And so this one they didn't do live. I think just because they know how he is. Yeah. So we'll see, man. But hey, great sesh, dude. Yeah, fucking great having you on. Of course, you have you have more knowledge than me about this shit. I just had to use my hand to try to make it fancy, but yeah, man, great having you on. We'll have you on again soon. We'll go eat in a little bit. Yep. Good having you on, man. This is the bro. This is the hair. We out.